Thanks for staying with us. We're in a different segment now. So joining us on the show on this segment is the former Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice in Osun State and the Senate spokesman, Senator Ajibola Basiru. Welcome, sir, to the show. Hello, sir. Are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us on the show. Before we go into other conversations, it's been great to hear your official response concerning what happened in Sokoto concerning the death of Deborah. I think we're yet to hear specifically from the Senate on this matter. What are your thoughts on this?
Yes, I think it is very important for us to, as a nation, to take issue of religious education very seriously. Most of the things that happen untoward sin, I may say, in the area of religious intolerance comes from lack of understanding of even what the religion is all about among the adherents. And there also appear to be some sense of intolerance of one religion or the other. As a Muslim, for instance, I know that the injunction in the Holy Quran is specifically to say that there is no compulsion in religion, la ikraha fi din. And when it comes to apostasy or blasphemy, the reward or the punishment, as the case may be, is in the hand of Almighty Allah. So there's a need for us as a nation to take issue of religious education, religious tolerance very seriously, and also avoid a situation whereby we almost at every point in time politicize decisions that are secular in nature and turn it to religious matter.
Senator, let me take you up on this, because now that this thing happened, everyone is talking about it across the nation, condemning it. We heard from Shehu, we heard from the Sultan, we heard from the governor, even heard from President Muhammadu Buhari himself condemning it. But there's a crucial question. How did these young men get to this point, to this belief system? Who was monitoring? Who are those responsible for this thinking, this narrative that has gone deep? And what can we do to reverse it? Because it's easy for us to condemn it, but there's a huge block for a whole Atiku Abubakar to delete his tweet. He understands clearly that there's a huge block of voters within Nigeria who have this belief system. So what can we do practically to reverse it?
I think just as my comment is predicated on the fact that we need proper education, or maybe could I call it re-education, as to the content of each of the religion. And it is not only limited to Islam, it's also cut across even other religions like Christianity and even traditional religious worshippers. There's a need to do a proper orientation to see the liberalism in the idea and concept of religion, generally. So what is being peddled as belief system is actually ignorance of even that belief system. And that's why I have said that even as a Muslim, what we were taught in Islamic school is that la ikraha fi din, there's no compulsion in religion. And a chapter of the Quran was devoted to say that, that's a surah about those unbelievers. Lakun dinukun waliyadin. I have my religion and you have your own religion. So if God Almighty, even in the Holy Book of Quran, has made it clearly to say that leave me and the unbeliever for me to decide on the day of judgment, it is not for us not to enlighten our people, particularly the people at the lower level of the social strata, to understand the liberalism that is in religion and to have a clear understanding of religion. We have a lot of responsibility to do in terms of enlightenment, education, conscientization, mobilization, and proper orientation.
Right.
It goes beyond condemnation or lack of condemnation.
Okay.
So one of the things that I feel has let this sort of thing continue is that we don't have quick, swift justice. You know, when we have quick, like immediately things happen, something wrong happens, everybody speaks against it, arrest is made, they are expedited through the courts, and then you have justice carried out. It sort of would send a very strong message to everyone. And then we also trace to who are the people perpetrating these messages? We've seen some things online, some people saying that, okay, this person said this person pushed this narrative, these are video clips of messages, audio clips of messages, and then we go straight to the source and we decisively deal with the issue. Justice would reduce the occurrence of what we see as a bit of chaos in our environment. Do you agree with that, sir? And how do you think you can support?
You see, I'm a student of jurisprudence, and that's philosophy of law. It is still debatable whether the deterrence principle of criminal adjudication has actually served its purpose. One of the rationale, for instance, for death penalty and long sentence of imprisonment is because it will serve as deterrence. But it is still debatable among criminal jurists whether that has served its purpose. For me, as a jurist, I think it is better to prevent rather than to invoke criminal adjudicatory system after the deed has been done. No matter what retributory system you put in place to what you call justice system, it will not bring back the dead. It will not heal the wound that has occurred in the social fabric of our society. So I would rather say that, yes, it is good for justice to be met as we know it, but it's also good to put preventive mechanism, which has to do with constructive engagement of the populace, particularly those at the lower rung of social strata, and properly educate, orientate, and sensitize them as to the need for liberalism and tolerance in religious spheres.
All right, let me go on a quick break. When we come back and continue our conversation, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.